was super happy. And finally, I can make it to the meeting. I finally have some free time. It's like 9 p.m. here, so
I know.
it's a bit late, but overall, everything is fabulous.
I got you, man. Well, happy to
Yeah,
have you. Happy
yeah,
to have you.
thanks.
I know you got a lot of questions and I'm sure you've got a lot of wins, which we can get into here in a second. But
Yeah,
Lucy,
totally.
what's up? How are you?
Hi, good, good. Thank you.
Good, awesome. Well, welcome again. And so, let's start with you, Lucy. What are some wins? What's some momentum that you've built over the last week or so?
I feel like it hasn't been super full of momentum this past week,
Okay.
but I mean, I did get some DMs out. That's there's not a whole lot that happened over the last week as far as like sales and leads and stuff. But I have a big thing coming up for Christmas, so I
Okay.
guess that's where my mind was at most of the week.
Yeah, prepping for some of the launches that you have coming up.
Yeah, yeah.
Very cool. Well, we'll jam out, go deeper, maybe do some role plays here today, but welcome. And Kai, what about you, man? Update us. What's new? I know it's been maybe
Yeah,
2 months or
so
so, but what's
my
going on?
business, so my little thingy has been pretty good. I currently have a decent base. Decent base. My group has been growing. I'm like at 90 something members, 90, sorry,
No worries.
like 92, 90 members. Last time we had a call, I was like at 60. So I'm growing slowly, and I've realized a lot about how to generate leads, how to create a powerful offer,
Mm-hmm.
how to convert, how to attract. So I've been like really diving in this knowledge and implementing it into my business. And
I
that's pretty
love it.
much, yeah, I have a lot to share, but for now, just little wins, quick wins. I finally hit my desired number, 1,000. So I've currently hit $1,000 in total uh, dollars made, which is fabulous, which I was like dreaming of. So
Progress, bro.
yeah,
Progress is progress, man. Celebrate it's building momentum. So we'll
yeah,
welcome. Thank you for being here. And I know we also got Mona coming in, but yeah, any other wins, man? Any other, yeah, I guess anything that's momentous for you over the last, couple months.
yeah. Probably just creating systems. So I have a system on how to transform a cold, cold client, cold lead into a call, into a discovery call, and then into make them like warm kind of, and then into a sales call. That's like how I kind of like created a system for how my conversion goes. So that's like one of the base parts of creating a powerful community is conversion. So there's care. It's this formula called the care formula: conversion,
Mm,
ascension, retention, and engagement. Care. Just a super cool thing that I had a call on with a guy, and he just shared it with me. Um,
there you go.
and so much stuff, to be honest. Systems, and I was reading a lot of books on models, on the different money models and upsells and downsells and everything. So I was like just thinking of how I can maximize my impact on the world,
Hmm.
kind of um, with my knowledge, using money models and using my different offers. I also spent a lot of time creating a good offer, like a absolutely banger offer that like nowhere else in the market, nowhere else like ever on the face of the planet there is. So I was like spending a lot of time working on this and creating this. And then also like a lead generation system. So like I realized that if I spend this much time here, I will get this much ROI, which will give me this much engaged leads and whatever, like that kind of stuff. So that's a
Love it,
lot.
man.
My sales
Perfect.
calls also have been great. I haven't been pushy at all on my sales calls, so I've been like very, very chill. I'm kind of bad at objection handling, but after a while, I realized that like trying to manipulate somebody, kind of like not manipulate, like make them need to buy it, is kind of like a bad tactic because it kind of ruins my reputation overall as a community leader and content creator. So I realized that if I just like ask, are you 100% sure that you want to work with me? Is this 100%? And they're like, yes, 100%. And then I'm like, okay, so I want them to be like, not me being, hey, so are you sure? Is money really like, so like kind of like these objection handlings, but more
Gotcha.
like,
We'll go
More
through
like them,
that.
yes.
Yeah, we'll go through that. Yeah, man. And at the end of the day, the big thing is also just being of service. And a lot of the times what happens is that people are scared, dude, right? People are scared. And so it would be a
Yeah.
disservice for you to not enroll them when all you had to do was coach them through their fear. So we'll hear a little bit about Mona. I know it's been a good time over on that side, but what's good, Mona? Some wins. Let's start there.
You're muted.
Yeah, I figured that out. I was having camera issues earlier. It was like squeezing me into, anyway, it's fixed now, I think. I made my first high ticket sales this
Let's
week.
go. Yes. So excited for
Yeah,
you.
I'm really excited because it's a person I really wanted to work with, so I did reduce the price a little bit for her because I mean before I knew I wanted to work with her before I talked to her. So I just
Right.
wanted to like seal the deal. So I kind of
Right.
reduced the price, and it's so far it's really great, and it's like the proof that I needed that my systems work. Like I knew they did, and I just so this is 15 weeks from the time I started my community with zero everything, zero following in this niche, $0, zero everything. And so I just, it really feels good to be able to show this now. Like, this is what I've been
Yeah.
talking about with my systems. This is how it works.
Yeah, it's
So,
it's at the end of the day, it's proof that with enough time, energy, effort, faith, everything,
hmm
it's gonna happen, right? By
yeah.
the way, is your mic on, or maybe it's the audio's coming in through another?
Oh, it's probably another one. Hold on.
Yes,
Oh,
all
my
good, all
mic is
good.
on.
Is it? Okay. It sounded
Uh,
kind of gainy or like loud. I don't
okay.
know.
Is that better? This is my computer mic. Oh, wait. Hold on. Microphone.
Yeah,
Microphone.
Maybe the
there you
gain
go.
is turned up on.
Maybe.
Sometimes it happens to me. My
I
kids will
know,
play with the settings.
right?
Does it sound weird still?
That's
I think
better.
it's fine. I personally think it's
Okay.
fine. Yeah.
Okay. I could be too
Yeah,
close too.
I think it was that. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well, let's go in reverse order. Lucy, what are some things that maybe on the flip side, I know you're working on maybe launches, but just in sales in general, objection handling or pre-handling objections, what are some things that you have questions on for today?
So, you gave me a ton of help last week. That was really awesome with some of my sales calls, which the ones that I have had have gone really well. But I haven't
Mm,
had sales calls since was here last week. My calendar is a little empty, which isn't
I got
great.
you.
So, I want to get more people onto my calendar. And the way I do that is mostly just conversations with people in the DMs
Mm,
on
mm,
Facebook. And
mm,
so I have been struggling quite a bit with that, trying to build enough trust to then get them on a call, a short 15
mm.
minute call, and how to ask them for that call in a non-salesy way.
That's a common
Um,
problem.
Mhm.
yeah, really struggling to not sound. I'm really trying hard to just sound casual and conversational. I mean, like I'm
Hmm.
dying to help these ladies, but
Yeah.
that can come across as like not good.
Yeah, and I mean the big thing with that is and it kind of plays into Mona's, but the cool thing is for her it converted, but we can't want something more than the other person wants it, right? Because then they'll see that and it's like, trying to chase cats, like you chase them and they run
Yeah.
away,
hmm
versus attracting them. What are cats
Yeah.
like? Maybe some milk,
Catnip.
some catnip, like, right? So, okay, it all starts with what is the process currently, right? So, um, you see someone in a Facebook group, and then what do you do? Like, what's the first thing you do, or wherever you find
It's
them? Like, why?
it's a large group that I had before moving to school, and I kind of just let the group die.
Oh,
And there's a lot of people in the group that I never reached out to when they joined
really?
at all. Like maybe I tagged them in a welcome post, but I never sent them a welcome message or anything. So I'm basically starting pretty cold and just like saying, "Hey, thanks for being a member of my group. Um, And then I think typically I've been asking like, are you struggling with losing weight or
Yeah,
reducing inflammation type
gotcha,
thing?
gotcha. Okay. So that's the thing, and I know Kai and Mona probably have a lot of great ideas as well. So we'll open up the floor in just a second. I think the biggest thing for me that's worked the best is just actually making it less about sales and the business and more about them as the person. When you're able to gather some data and some ideas of who they are. Here's a perfect example. With you, Lucy, you posted in another group and I added value by answering your questions. Like, yeah, so when it comes to this, like take a screenshot of it, plug it into Chat GPT, blah, blah, blah. Right? So I was helping you. Then what did I do? I followed up in the DM saying, hey, it was great connecting in the community. Did that help you?
Mm,
Right?
mm,
So that's one example, but what does it take? It takes a completely different approach, right? Like you have to
hmm.
be looking at your audience and where they're at and then how they're maneuvering in different groups or different settings, adding value wherever possible, right? Seeing where they're commenting because then what happens is that you can just pull it up or bring it up. It's like, hey, so and so, I saw that you were commenting on this person's post. That was really valuable insight. Thank you so much. You're not asking for anything, you're just connecting. What's somebody gonna say, Mona, when you get a DM that says, hey, Mona, I saw
Yeah.
you helping these people, like what are they gonna naturally say?
Yeah. I have an example of maybe the way it feels for the people who are getting the cold DMs. I
Right.
posted a post on in Schoolers and
Mm,
got and no, that wasn't it. I commented on a post in Schoolers. He didn't even respond to my post in Schoolers, and then he DM'd me and said, "Hey, I noticed you commented on my post in Schoolers. Uh, uh, can I help you with your community?" He just
mm,
went like straight to the thing instead of like
yeah.
if he had talked to me in the
Hmm.
comment itself, it would have warmed me up. That would have been the only warmed up step
Yeah.
he would have
Like
needed.
relevant. It's
Yeah.
relevant information.
And then we could have gone into the DMs. It was just that one too fast step is like, and I messaged him back and I said, did you look at my about page? Because we were basically kind of helping with the same thing. And he
Mm,
said, yeah, we're very similar. I just thought you might need help. It's like, how do you think I need help? By answering the only
Wow.
question was, who's a Gen Zer or a Gen Xer? That's what his question
mm,
was. And I said, me. And that was my
yeah.
answer. And then he
Wow.
went straight to the DMs. So I was like, you just messed it up. Like you could have just had a
He didn't do his
conversation
homework.
with
That
me.
just ruined his reputation, and now you are saying
Yeah,
this to the whole group, and now all four of us know about that, and you just like
exactly.
totally ruined his reputation because I know that same guy, and I was like, no, I'm not a Gen Xer, of course, but I was like,
Oh,
okay,
okay.
I
Yeah.
was gonna like write something on that, but then I realized, okay, I'm not gonna write it. So now you like
Yeah.
just because that one little thing of just
Yeah.
trying to be too salesy, trying to be too that just like affects a whole reputation. Also, yeah, your mic is really really clippy, like it's
Oh,
like
is it? Okay. I'm
yeah,
just gonna hold it back here. Is that
yeah,
better if I just put it away
yeah.
from me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know why it's like that. I don't. It's different.
It's okay. So that's it, Lucy. It's just, first of all, I think the pattern here is like, let's slow down a little bit,
Hmm.
right? Like, well, so what does that mean? That means that we know it's going to be a 2 to 3 step approach, right? It means that
Hmm.
we're going to reach out with something relevant, right? Hey, thank you for sharing in the community. I really appreciate you. They're going to say thank you. That's what they're going to say is like, oh, thank you so much. Or maybe a thumbs up
Testing,
or
testing.
whatever. Right? So then what happens? Step two. Hey, I noticed that you're, this or a mom or hey, like where are you based out of? Like, or
Mm,
something for you that matters. That is again 2, 3 steps removed from business,
mm,
right? Because sometimes we want to get to your point to the call so fast,
yes.
So it's kind of like, hey, why don't we not even date before we get married? Why don't we just kind of get to know each other before we date, before we get married?
Mm,
But a lot of people, to Mona's point, is
Exactly.
like, will you marry me? And you're like, get the hell
Yeah.
out of here. Like, I don't
That's
know
ex
you.
that's exactly the analogy I was thinking when he did that. As exact one. I was like, he just asked me for a date and like
Like, what's going on right now?
yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
it. Is slow down, 2, 3 steps removed. Just get to know them. But also, it will take then the second point, which is follow up,
mm,
which requires being organized. which
Yep.
requires usually a
Mhm.
spreadsheet or a
Mhm.
CRM.
I have a CRM and Facebook, luckily.
There we go.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
And
actually,
let
sorry,
me just
sorry,
say
sorry.
this. So
I
that
actually
leads
like,
right into the other point there, Lucy, where it has to do with nurturing the people that you had in that other group, right? As a way
Yeah.
to just reconnect with them. Just reconnect with them. It's like, let's say, some random name like John, right? Hey John, or I think it was women, right? It's like, hey
Yeah.
Emily, thank you so much for being a part of this group that I had 10 years ago. I don't know. Just wanted to reconnect with people on here. But how are you, right? Like what's new, right? Just like something that's again 2, 3 steps removed from sales, business, marketing, like weight loss, whatever it is, just on a people right level, it's just like, hey, how are you? What's new? Or hey, I saw on your Facebook that your daughter just got married. Congratulations! Like, it doesn't have to
Mm.
be overly complicated, and it just has to be slowed down, and it has to be 2, 3 steps removed, which will require follow up and which will require getting organized to put them in your CRM. Use
Hmm.
tasks if possible. So I use Go High
Hmm.
Level. I'll have my tasks set up. Go in there and just reconnect again. But then it's going to take a little bit of work to get organized and revamp that, right? Now, the question will most likely be, well, what happens if they don't respond at all? Well, sometimes it's just not the right time. So that's okay. So we don't need to worry about getting everybody. That's the other piece, right? So slowing down, following up, but the third and final piece here that I'll share is being okay with people just not being ready. Like
Hmm.
we're gonna be here a year, 10 years from now. Like either gonna still be in this space or not. So the interesting with this is that it's a lot of mindset stuff, and then we'll hear from Kai here some maybe tactical stuff, but a lot of it is just being a little bit more patient, zoomed out and thinking long term because that's the game, right? Meet somebody, date them, eventually, if it makes sense, get married, if at all.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, Kai, go ahead, man.
yeah, I was gonna say that CRMs, those are definitely really powerful because you can totally forget about somebody. Like literally, just
Oh,
if you have a
yeah.
CRM, like just DM'd, proposal sent, call scheduled, closed, not closed, like just basic because like you forget about so many people. Like I always forget about people, and also just creating a system for messaging them, like understanding where they're at. So if they're like new member, old member, they want something, they don't want something. Just basically like just understanding where they're at and then just go from there. Just like you said, Luis.
Yeah, and that's great. So even there, like if there's an opportunity to tag them, right? It may be in your
Hmm.
system because in GHL or some of these, like you can tag them.
Hmm.
Maybe you can create a system for you where it's like, first, second, third, fourth touch, or cold, warm, hot, like whatever makes sense for you. But it's again just being a little bit more organized, a lot more long term in that sense.
What CRM do you use, Luis?
Yeah, I
Oh,
use Go High
or
Level.
both of you.
Yeah, GHL.
So
I
I,
GHL.
use
go ahead.
I actually created my own app and I just have like everything there. So I have like my systems, my
Oh,
content
okay.
creation. I can share it for
Wow.
free. It's just like a basic simple app where I have like my finance, my investments, my CRM, my content, my like deep work sessions. That's pretty much it. I
Okay.
can just share it.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
created
put
it
it
Yeah, I'd
in the
like to
just
group.
see
for
it.
myself.
Make a
Yeah.
post and share, man.
Yeah, I'll do that later. Just if you can
Yeah.
remind me or something, then that would be better because my mind is.
Take out your phone, say, Siri,
Yes.
remind me tomorrow at 9 a.m. to post in Luis's group.
I don't know where my phone is. Anyways, I'm just gonna like draft.
Okay. And so Mona, so then I think Lucy, you were gonna share what's your serum?
So I use Go High Level, but I
Okay.
also use Group Track in Facebook.
Oh, in Facebook. Mm.
Oh,
Yeah, so I don't know
okay.
if you guys are familiar with it, but it's specifically for social media. They are in Instagram and LinkedIn, and
Mm.
they're thinking about coming to school, but I use Scoot on school. So
Scoot.
I have three CRMs,
Okay.
but I
Oh,
really
I
like,
heard about Scoot. I
oh, I
just
love
recently heard about that.
Is it?
Okay.
Mm.
love it.
I need to
I
look that.
don't understand how people could
I
function
know.
without something like that.
Okay. I need to look
Because
Yeah.
that up.
but
And Lucy, again, can similar to Kai, can you make a post about that and share with the crew whenever you
I
get a
did it.
chance?
Sure.
There
Nice,
you go,
Kai.
right?
Nice.
Guys
Yes.
taking action. All right,
Yeah.
beautiful. Thank you, Lucy. Anything else on that, Mona? If not, then we'll pivot over to Kai.
I'm good.
Any question? But yeah, anything else there, Mona or Lucy or anybody else on the DMs, all that stuff.
I do have a quick question then. Do you feel like it would be worth putting up posts in my Facebook group to create that
Um,
engagement so that then I can follow up in the DMs? Because right now it's a pretty dead group.
yeah. So again, let's not make it about you and make it about them. So what I envision you doing is you go into the membership area,
Yep.
clicking on every person. Maybe you do 10 a day. Okay,
Yep.
click on a person like Emily. Hey, I saw your kid got married, or hey, I saw that whatever. I
Okay.
see you're traveling on a cruise. Oh my goodness, I've never been on one.
Okay.
Right? Like it's two, 3 steps removed out of the business. Business meaning your group, you
Yeah.
know. Now, listen, if you did want to do that, what I would recommend is to do a video. Okay. And in that video, say, there's kind of like an update type video. It's like, hey guys, it's been X amount of years or months. And first of all, I want to thank every one of you guys for supporting me. And then just kind of tell more of a story of the journey and what's again, it's an update. But then that's like 2, 3 steps removed because then usually people are not going to engage with it anyways. They might see it, then that means you might be top of mind. Then the second step is if they do see your DM, it'll prompt them to be like, oh yeah, she just gave us that update, and oh, now she's asking me about my kids soccer game that they won the other day. It's like, yeah, let me respond. So it could help, but it just be careful of the intentions
Got it.
of your video or of your post. I would make the intention, hey guys, a quick update, and then just thanking them for being a supporter and just leaving it at that.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, awesome. So Kai, what's up, man? In terms of, objection handling or some of those
Yeah.
things, I know you mentioned maybe that's a piece for you.
So actually, yeah, I was invited to a pretty big webinar in a new social media. In a new social media, I was invited to
Ooh.
speak, and like lots of people were invited, like a language, like literally, I hopped on the language. It's a new social media. It's just growing and kind of blowing up right now. And my friend sent it to me. He's like, "Hey, dude, check this out." And I literally just hopped on there and I was like talking with people like, "Hey, dude, you want to give a webinar? We all wanted a language teacher here for like so long." And they're like, "Here, I'll invite like this group, this group, this group." So I'm like a massive webinar of like I don't know how many 100, 200 people, and I just don't know what to do. Like I'm so confused because like I have a bunch of knowledge, and in the end, I do want to generate some type of clients from there. But
Mm,
like I imagine just what if like out of those 100, 200 people, what if like at least 10% convert? That's like 10, 20 clients, which is going to be just
exactly.
too much for me. So,
Yeah, yeah. Well, waitlist is always a natural next step, no matter what. Is
oh, yeah, yeah,
getting a
yeah.
waitlist going.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
because
write
by
that
the
down.
way, the pitch could always be, "Hey, I'm revealing something in the next couple days and weeks, but I can only take 10 people." Right? That's one approach, like very much scarcity driven. But also people can read into that. It's like, "Oh, yeah, it's like he might not just take 10, he might even take more." So then the opposite end of that one is going to be like, hey, I have something really cool coming up. I know it's not going to be for everybody, but if you feel like this sounds like something that is aligned with you, join the wait list. I already have 3 people. You could be the fourth or something like that. You see? So making it you could this one can work really well in terms of the audience. This is maybe more B2B focused, ROI focused, because then there's this idea of like missing out. This one for your audience, because it is B2C, like language or teaching them languages, it might make more sense for them to be part of a community or a wait list or a group.
Mm-hmm. Thanks, thanks, thanks. Cool. So I think yeah, in the end, I'm gonna do like a very very soft CTR no
CTA, yeah.
CTA CTA sorry CTA yet. I might do a little CTA in the end saying that like I'm revealing something in the next couple days. If you're
Mm,
interested, if any of you are interested, I you can DM me here and here, and I'll
mm,
put you in the wait list, and then I'll reveal it like whenever, like in 2 to 3
yeah,
days. And there's
there
only
you
four
go.
spots. Thanks,
Yeah,
because I was like wondering, should I just like hard pitch everybody like, okay, I offer one-on-one coaching, I do, but then I was thinking that might like just ruin my reputation. And so thanks, Louis. Yeah.
yeah, man. Yeah. And also just because you brought it up several times, I would say never operate out of fear. in terms of like, I'm afraid that my reputation will be ruined, this and that. Here's a perfect example. That person that reached out to Mona, if he catches wind of what happened, if he's a true leader and someone who's thinking long term, guess what he can easily do? Hey, Mona, I'm so sorry. I don't know what got into me. Like, first of all, I just want to say thank you for calling me out, or I don't know, right? But
Mhm.
what does that do then for Mona? It's like, whoa, this guy
Yeah.
took the time to like kind of be real about it. And then what happens, his reputation actually gets boosted that much more. Because
Hmm.
then it
Yeah.
shows empathy and like, yeah, I made a mistake or whatever. So
Yeah, he gave me
there
two
really
thumbs
isn't,
up.
yeah, it's like,
He gave me
so
two thumbs up. That was it. Because I called him out. I did call him out and said
mhm.
that I don't think this cold DM strategy is the right way to approach it. And then he just gave me two thumbs up.
Yeah, right. So
So
it's like,
he just went downhill.
exactly, right? So, but let's say tomorrow or the next day he goes,
Yeah,
"Hey, Mona, my bad. My ego got in the way. Honestly, I don't know what I
yeah.
was thinking. Like, this is so stupid. I can't believe I sent these messages." You're gonna probably be
Hmm.
like, "What? Oh, wow, cool, interesting." Or, "Hey, maybe this guy's
Yeah,
not that bad after all."
yeah,
Right?
true. Hmm.
So the reason why I say that is because ultimately when we are newer into a business, like Kai, for example, right? We can feel like, well, I don't want to do this or do that because what if it ruins my reputation? The focus is always how can I serve this person? What can I do for
Hmm.
this community? Right? And then everything else will fall in its place. But I love
Hmm.
your intention though, where obviously you don't want to, ruin your reputation. That's perfect. And also there's another completely different approach where it's like, I will never ruin my reputation because I know where my heart's at. I know I'm always serving people. Completely different intention.
Hmm.
Usually
Hmm.
the same result. Usually this one's
Hmm.
gonna just win in the long term. Okay.
Hmm.
Anything else, Kai?
Um, what else? Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, and we can do
Also,
a round two as
yeah,
well. No worries at all.
yeah, I think that's it. I mean, except for like creating and sculpting my offer, which I already said in the beginning. That's pretty much it. Yeah, just
Cool.
like this
For sure.
webinar and objection handling. But I think yeah, we can
We'll
do
loop
round two.
around, yeah.
Yeah,
We'll do a
so
little round two. So Mona, for you,
Hmm.
yeah, break that down. How did that? So what was like the actual pricing, and then what did you end up with, and then maybe some other things that may have come up.
Okay. I'm not going to share the exact numbers because, well, I can share the first one that I started with, which was 2,500. But I
Okay.
don't want, in case, like you're a very good sales
Yeah,
coach,
yeah,
so I don't want to ever like have that person come and find out how much or whatever, like, or somebody coming in. Um, I mean, that the person coming in, if it was the person that I sold to, would know, but she just knows that she got a really great deal if she
yeah.
watches
Hmm.
this.
Yes.
Um, but okay, so the difference between this person and the other two people that I did a call with, this person I had connections with. We've already
Mm-hmm.
kind of talked. She's in my community. She's been in my community for a while. We're in other communities together. So she was familiar
Mm-hmm.
with me. I think I didn't do very well with my sales pitch. I mean, I
Okay.
tried. I still need a lot of work. I think she was just desperate enough to need someone to assist her. And that's what did it really. Because I was
The
at the end
pain
of,
was there.
yeah, at the end I was like, how did I actually sell that? Because I felt like it
Okay.
was not, I did a lot of the not good things, but I'm learning
What were
and
some
I'm
of
getting
them?
better. I sounded kind of desperate, I think.
Okay.
I I she was the thing about this is it's a new product, or it's a new service for me, so I don't have it fully
Yeah.
thought out. So I'm kind of working on it with the person. So we were
Mm,
kind of, she's like, I think I need this. And I was like, yeah, we can totally do that, like, so I don't know.
gotcha,
There was some
gotcha.
of this like, it was just some of on my side, I wasn't that certain of my product, I think. And
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
but for her, I think that I think my proof over the last 15 weeks was a big indicator for her to want
Yeah.
to buy from me, to work with me, and then her needing to make changes right now.
Mm,
That
yeah.
was, I think, the only reason why I sold it, really.
Yeah, well, sometimes what happens is the vision is so clear and the pain is so high that there's
Hmm.
like, for example, right? Let's say a person pops their tire and then the shop's right there. they know I gotta get to my trip. I gotta like keep going. They're gonna pay
Hmm.
it.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So
That's
the
true.
reason why, and maybe we don't need the specific delta, but usually what happens is if you did give them a really big gap,
Hmm.
um, but you kind of said it, right? It's the reason for that is usually then because of some of the other more underlying factors, like
Hmm.
I just wanted to do the deal, or I just wanted to like get
Hmm.
that first one, right?
Hmm.
And so then the question becomes, what is the solution to that? The solution
Hmm.
to that, and it's actually a pattern of today's call, is being a little bit more leaned out,
Hmm.
thinking two, three steps like removed, because even if it's like, yeah, I really think I need this. My thing is always, oh yeah, why? Like, interesting. Like,
Hmm.
oh, how come? How come? What makes you say that? Why?
Yeah.
What was it about that you think you really need?
Hmm. Yeah.
Mhm.
I didn't do that.
No, that's okay. But
Yeah.
now like,
Hmm.
how do we improve? Because
Yeah.
I'm sure that's your question. Is like, I know we didn't do good, but how can I improve?
Hmm.
That's gonna
Yeah.
be it. Is two, three steps removed. Hey, yeah, cool, man. I guess, or cool, whoever. What makes you say that? Like, I'm just trying to understand you a little bit further. You
Hmm.
know? Okay.
Yeah.
So always lead with that, and lean out a little bit.
Hmm.
Okay. You did this on Zoom,
On school, actually, it was our school. I made a private school call, and that's what I've
or,
been doing this whole time is doing it on school.
or.
Yeah.
So it's a meeting. It was like a
Yeah,
video
yeah. Yeah,
conference.
it was a
Okay, gotcha.
Zoom conference
Okay, what
conversation.
was
Yeah.
her energy like? What was her energy like?
She looked a little defeated. Um,
Mm.
she, I think she just needs, she has a really good skill. She's uh, a sensory scientist.
Whoa.
And she teaches people how to taste wine with their senses.
Okay.
And so you see why I want to work with her. Like she has such a unique, specific thing that it's
That's
like
cool.
that it's easier for me to work with people who are have that kind of specialty. But she I think she just was in a place where she did because she said to her she sold it to herself. She said, if
Yeah.
I don't do anything now, I'm gonna be in the same place I am in January if I wait till January. Because she was like, the holidays was the big issue for
What
right
did
now.
you say?
I said, I think I said, you're right. I don't remember what I said. I think I just agreed with her. Um, but yeah, she was kind of like selling it to herself,
Yeah.
like if I don't do something now, nothing will change. I used that copy, by the way, for selling some things after that, because I launched my tier also. And so I
Yeah.
used that language that she used in that, like if you don't make any changes now,
Yeah.
nothing's going to change.
So here's the question for all of you guys, right? Is
Hmm.
is is how can we leverage that into our sales conversation? So let me ask you, let's say Lucy and then Kai and then Mona, what question would prompt a response like that?
Mm.
Like Lucy, for you,
Hmm.
let's go for like what question could you have asked that would have garnered a response like the one that this person gave to Mona?
Um, is that like what would happen if you don't find a solution to this problem
Yeah,
type thing? I hate
right.
asking that question, so I know it's in my
Well,
script and I don't do it.
that's right. And so that's why I'm asking because a lot of the times this is called a consequence question.
Mhm.
A lot of times we kind of have a sense of what to ask because we know that if they have clarity, that's all we're doing. That's all she had. She was very clear on what happens if I don't do anything, to the extent that she felt the need to express it.
Hmm.
Okay. So what does that say? That says that if we're a true advisor, we need to ask questions to give this person clarity for them. So
Hmm.
I've been on calls where I'm like, I don't want to ask this question because it kind of feels kind of weird and kind of like salesy, but my intention is I really want this person to understand that they've been struggling for a very long time and I don't want that for them. So I just ask it. But we do it in a way where we set it up. Okay. The way you set it up, Mona, and all of us is, can I ask you a personal question? Remember? Can I
Hmm.
ask you an honest question? Right?
Mhm.
What does that then do? They perk their ears up like, oh, what does she want to know? What does he want to know? You then set it up by saying, yeah, because Kai, I understand your situation, man, but I'm curious if it's another 6 months of this, another year, and let's say I call you and it's November 18th, I'm like, Kai, what's up, my man? How are you, dude? And you're like, honestly, man, I'm still in the same thing. I'm still struggling with objection. Just like
Hmm.
I thought I
Hmm.
would have made an additional 10,000. I'm still at like 2,000. What happens if nothing changes, Kai?
Then I would like, then I would probably not be happy, but I get what you're saying. So pretty much like, um, but I feel like it's also good if the person says it first, kind of because it's like kind of natural. Like you want to
Mhm.
bring it to that, but this is a great question. Like, so how? Yeah, I forgot what to say, but pretty much, yeah, you're right. You're right. So like, put them in a position
To
where,
ask that question.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Like,
It's called a, you're setting them up to get clarity on what's really going on.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
Mhm.
That's all you're doing, right? So the other thing as well is you can ask them something that's it's kind of like it is a leading question, but it's based on what they told you. So the other example is like, yeah, can I ask you an honest question based on what you're telling me? Yeah. So, I mean, I heard you say that you really want to lose the 20 pounds and you've been trying over the last 10 years, but I guess like ultimately, um, ultimately, like what happens if it's still the same thing and nothing really changes? I guess what's the consequence of that?
Mhm.
So I like to end it with what's the consequence of that, or what would you miss out on, or what happens if nothing changes? It's interchangeable. My favorite is
mm-hmm.
what would you miss out on? Because it's like a real thing, right? It's like, yeah, I guess like
Exactly.
Jenny, it's been
FOMO.
10 years. You're trying to lose these 20 pounds. It's like, what happens if it's another year or even another 20 and you're still in the same spot? I guess like what would you miss out on, Jenny? So Lucy, does that maybe resonate a little bit more, or how would you tweak it for your audience?
I mean, that's the way probably it should be said because that's what they're struggling with. And it's a little bit better than what I had. I
Mhm.
can definitely tell I'm going to still be resistant to asking the question. I think just because of the nature of the question, we really have
Yeah.
to get them to admit that kind of like they're going to be in a worse off situation if they don't seek change. And that's kind of hard for me to kind of push them into doing that, but I understand the necessity of the question.
Well, let's dive in deeper because there's a mindset behind that, right? So let me ask you this. Do you want to help these people?
Yes.
And usually when these people come to you, are they 10 out of 10 fit and they're good, or they're usually like not in a really good state,
Oh, they're a mess.
right?
Yeah.
So then what happens if, God forbid, you reach out to somebody and then their family member response is, "Oh yeah, she passed away. She had diabetes and she died." Like
Mhm.
what's
I know.
like,
I mean, that is what helps me keep going because sometimes I do get in a slump of feeling like I don't want to do sales calls. I don't want to be salesy. And then I remember like these people are seriously like
yeah, it's not
heading down a
sales,
bad
guys. It's
path.
freaking impact. It's changing lives. Like what
Mm-hmm.
we do here actually matters.
Yeah.
Like Mona helping a business owner grow their stuff out, like then they can take their kids to private school, then that's generational wealth. I don't know,
Mhm.
but I'm getting chills thinking about it because I
Mhm.
truly believe that.
Mhm.
And so that's the difference is like we just have to, so you know what, it's funny, right? And it might be like a shocker, but it's just we're being selfish.
Mm.
Like we're being selfish by not asking the person a question that's going to give them the clarity they need to finally get that, like just this kind of heart to heart moment, this come to Jesus moment of like, oh man, yeah, I would miss out on a lot. not for us to manipulate them and like, whoa,
Mhm.
no, it's
I
because like
know.
it's like, oh, okay, so you would miss out on just feeling good about yourself. Are you ready to stop that? Of course. Okay, cool. Here's how we can help you. Right? So you use that question to say, cool, are you done with that? Or do you want to avoid that? Yeah, of course. Then you go right into the next thing, which is like, well, we can help you if you'd like, right? But we have to stop being selfish. And that's for me, for Kai, for Lucy, for Mona. We have to stop being selfish. What do I mean? We have to stop thinking about, well, is she gonna like me? Is he gonna like me? I don't care. I care about transformation. Yeah, like I care about serving a
Mhm.
bigger mission and vision
Hmm.
because 10 years from now, when Kai says, dude, here's my wife and my son, or like, here's what I've been able to do, I'm like, no way, bro. Like, I still remember November 18th, 2025.
Yeah.
And like, this is real life.
Mhm.
Hmm.
So I digress, but is that helpful at the very least there, Lucy?
Yes, very much.
Okay, beautiful. Who's next? I lost track, but is it or Mona, or I don't even know where we left off.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
I don't
You're
remember either.
bouncing around.
I
I
think it was you,
think it was
Mona, because
Mona.
that's where we
Oh,
got
Yeah,
she
Mona.
was, she was pretty much telling you that she doesn't, what did she tell
yeah.
you? Remind us.
She said if she doesn't change, if she doesn't do anything, nothing's going to change in 3 months. It's going to be that she's going to be where she's at right now. And she wants to like launch something in January. So if she's not ready for it now, then the launch won't be successful in January.
Mm.
So, it,
But we
so
don't want to
she,
settle.
yeah, so she did the, the objection handling for herself in that she was like, well, the holidays, she's like, ah, she went
That's
through the whole
right.
thing in her head. I just watched her go through that, struggle with that, and then she said that at the end of it.
Well, you were a great leader. That's why.
Yeah.
Master
You
salesperson.
you
I,
you
I,
gave her
I honestly
space.
don't know how I sold it. Yeah, but
Yeah,
maybe
well,
the
Being
space.
genuine.
Yeah.
review the call. Like that's it. It's like you were
Yeah,
genuine. I'm sure that's why I was asking you, did you do a video call? Because then
I
you can
did.
see yourself.
I recorded it.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
review it and be like, oh, what was I doing here? It's like, oh yeah, I was really listening to her. Oh,
Yeah.
maybe I should do more of
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Like it's the little things that add up, and it's
Hmm.
not about sales, it's about leadership.
Hmm.
It's the same things we say all week in, week out, right?
Hmm.
But
Hmm.
it's like, oh yeah, now I get it. Really to the next level.
Hmm.
So then moving forward, what are some challenges or what are some things that you might need some help with beyond that?
Um, well, hmm. I guess I just need to get better at the flow of the sales conversation. I did start, I'm getting a little better. Also, oh, she's the only one that I had fill out a pre-call form.
Mhm.
So I knew what she was needing before we had the conversation. And I'm all about forms now. Now I'm like, form it up. Because
That's
I
yeah.
sent her that pre-call form, and now working with her, I sent her assessment forms so I can know what we're
Yeah.
going to talk about on our first call tomorrow. And but yeah, that was really good, the pre-call form. So I'm glad I did that. But I started off with the
You're very coachable, Mona. I just want to say that.
thank you. I I like being a student. I like being a student. So um and I know how I'll just tell you this. I feel like I always can tell the good coaches. I
Mm.
find the good coaches, no matter if it was my children learning how to ride or
Mm.
whatever. Like I know people who are good at what they do. So everybody, he's really good at what he does.
Mhm.
Um,
I can tell.
Thank you.
yeah. Um,
Thank you.
so yeah, I forgot what I was saying. I guess I just need to work on the cadence of it.
Yeah, the flow.
Hmm.
So I'll give you an easy one because I think this is going to do really, really good for you. So for you, the cadence is going to be always like vision. Like when
Okay.
you get on a call, the first things first, like let me understand their vision. Like, oh,
Okay.
okay, cool, John. So tell me more. Like, what do you want to accomplish in 2026 vision?
Okay.
Or maybe the form says, I want to grow to 30,000 a month. Yeah. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
John. So based on your form, tell me, it sounds like you really want to grow this to 30K a month. Start with vision. Okay.
Okay. Vision. Okay. It's good.
Then you want to get into let me keep it simple for you. Okay, we're gonna do three steps. We're gonna do vision and then why.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So it's like, they'll tell you, yeah, Imona, like I want to grow to 30,000 a month. Okay, gotcha. And so tell me a little bit more about you and your journey, I guess, like ultimately, how'd you get in the business, right? Or like ultimately like learn about them.
Mm-hmm.
Ultimately, what's your end game? Like once you get to 30,000 a month, like then what?
Mm-hmm.
Like learn deeper about why is that important for them. You could even ask that, okay, gosh, 30K a month, that's very specific. I guess like why is that important for you though?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so vision. And even this is perfect for all you guys, Kai and Lucy, right? It's like, yeah, I just want to learn Spanish. Okay, gotcha. So I guess like why Spanish specifically? Oh, because I just met this awesome girl at this place and I really want to get to know her. Ah, okay, right? Now we're getting to know them on a deeper level. Same thing with Lucy. It's like, gotcha. So you want to lose 20 pounds? That's pretty specific. I guess like like why 20 pounds specifically? Or yeah, I want to run a marathon. Oh wow, really? Like a lot of people they hate running. I guess like why do you want to run a marathon? Vision, why? And then the third step for you guys is going to be um you can call it like gap, like a gap, right? It's like, okay, this is what they want, this is why they want it. So now we need to understand what's keeping them from getting that. What's the gap,
Mm-hmm.
right? Another way to put it is like current state. Like where are they at? It's like, okay, cool. You met that girl the other day and you want to learn Spanish. I guess like tell me more, man. Like what are you trying to do to learn Spanish? Or like what are you trying? What are you doing? For Mona, it's like, okay, gotcha. So what are you doing to get more clients? For Lewis, it's like, okay, gotcha. So what are you currently doing to feel more fit or be more mobile or whatever? Vision, why, and then the gap. Because then once you get those three, there's a lot more to it. This is extremely simplistic, right? But at the very least, Mona, now you'll know I just need to hit on these three, and then everything
Mm-hmm.
else I can kind of like just sort out.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because then the gap is usually going to tell you their pain, their challenges, what's not working, what is working,
Mm-hmm.
what they've tried, what they didn't like about that.
Mm-hmm. So after the gap, I need to not fall in the trap of
Yes, I already
coaching.
know what you're going to say. Yeah.
Yeah. So I did use your I have some ideas on that. Lucy, you
Yeah.
remember we were talking about that?
Yeah.
I did
Yeah.
use that for her. Um, I said I have some really good ideas for you on that when she was talking about finding the right clients for herself. And I think that intrigued her a little bit. But so if that comes up the gap, I just say, now I understand what you're saying. Now I
Mm-hmm.
understand where you're coming from. I
Mm-hmm.
have some really good thoughts and we can
Yeah.
map it out
Yeah.
if you
Yeah.
work with me kind of thing.
That's a transition.
Hmm.
So then you transition into the pitch.
Hmm.
What I would recommend if you want is what's called kind of like a pre-pitch, right? So in that
Okay.
pre-pitch, you go, okay, gotcha. So by the way, I love your vision. I love your heart around it and why you really want to do that. And obviously I can see that you need a lot of help around marketing and messaging and this, that, and the third. And what I would hit them with is a question that goes like, but I guess just to be clear, like, are you feeling like ready to get support?
Mm.
Are you feeling and so what I used to do is, are you feeling mentally and financially ready?
Mhm.
I would
It's a
say
good
that.
one.
Why? Because I triggered them to give me an objection. Why? Because I know I can handle it.
Right.
Okay. So I would be like, okay, gotcha, John. So listen, I know we can absolutely help you, but just to be on the same page, I guess, like, do you feel both mentally and financially? And I would kind of pause. Do you feel both mentally and financially ready to get the help you need? Get some help with
Hmm.
this? They will usually say, well, and then their objection.
Hmm.
That's a pre-pitch because now we're handling objections before we even introduce the way that we can help. It's like, well, yeah, but I have, travel and boom, boom, this, that, and the third. Okay, yeah, gotcha. No worries.
Hmm.
I like to even go further and say, gotcha. So now we've captured one objection. Let's look for more. That aside, is there anything else that might keep, so write this down. Is there anything else that might keep you from moving forward with something like this? Is there anything else? Gotcha. That's cool. Okay, your wife. Yeah, she kind of hates coaches. Okay. No worries. I get it. So, I guess that aside, is there anything else that might keep you from moving forward with something like this? And then they're gonna tell you, yeah, I'm unemployed, I'm on disability, and this, that, and the third. And it's like, okay, gotcha. It's just like, listen, let me tell you two things. It's gonna be a quick call. You're like, but now you don't have to do a third, like a 10-minute
Hmm.
pitch.
Hmm.
It's like, yeah, okay, gotcha. So
Wait,
that
can
aside,
you repeat that? Is there anything else that might, is there
that
anything else that
might
might
keep
That
you,
might keep
that
you.
might keep you, that might hold you, keep you.
from working together, like, right? Or
No,
from,
no, from moving forward. And by the way, I'm very intentional about the word choice. Moving
yeah.
forward is actually an embedded command. It's more like hypnosis, is NLP, right? Because you're telling them like, if you feel called to, then let's move forward without
Mm.
telling them. But so it's like, yeah, so I guess is there anything else that might keep you from moving forward with something like this? They're gonna have to be honest and say, yeah, honestly, like I have travel, like the finances, this, then the third. It's okay. Let's just get that stuff out of the way. Because why in the pitch you can say, yeah, and remember how you told me how like you have all this travel coming up? The way it would work for you is we would actually do a little bit different where we would kind of space it out in this way. I don't know, like make it work for them. Like your pitch needs to be custom to them.
Okay, that brings up something I did custom because she was
Okay.
concerned about the length of like missing some because we do one-on-one calls a week,
Yes.
and so I said no, we can push out the one-on-one
Exactly.
calls
Mhm.
past the third past the 90 days, and
Yeah.
so that's how I fixed
Thanks.
that objection, I
Yeah.
guess.
And so do you guys now see the importance of saying, yeah, no worries, but that aside? Because if we solve
Mhm.
that one, they're gonna be like, okay, cool, but
Mm,
also this. And then you solve that, it's like, okay, awesome. And also now that. So what happens as a leader, as a coach, as a whatever, business owner, it kind of wears you down a little bit, right? Because it's like, oh yeah, we overcame the objection, and then they hit you with another one, and then you're like,
Mm.
oh man, like how many more? Like, and it's late. And I know
mhm.
that was your example, Lucy, the other day. It's like it's
Yes.
late, and it's like so we get that up front, and I again, I might have said this, I don't know when, but it's like I love objections because objections are the things that once we solve for them, we can help this person. So you need to love objections. You need to like crave them in a sense of like, I know I can overcome that. Okay. And again, because also you're in the back of your mind, you're like, I don't need to help everybody. I don't need to serve everybody. I know that's just a numerical fact. Like that's just the truth. Like I can't help everybody. So I'm okay with whatever answer they give me. Like right? Like we can't help everybody, right? Like am
Yeah.
I right?
Yeah, that's
Mhm.
true.
Mhm.
Very
So
true.
what does that do, Mona, when you start to operate from that mentality?
That we can't help everybody.
Yeah.
Uh, it helps me to know more that who I can help. Like it makes me more focused on who I can help because I don't know. It just puts the focus in it. Like I know I can't help everybody, but I know I can help the person that I need to help.
Takes the pressure off.
It takes the pressure off. Yeah. Yeah, totally.
And I'm gonna lay it on you.
Me?
It's gonna help you stop being desperate.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Right? Because it's like, oh yeah, I can't. I
Yeah.
don't know. Let me see. Like, let me learn about this person. Like
Yeah.
now we don't have to be so desperate. And I say we
Yeah.
because we all go through these things, right?
Yeah. I would for me, it wasn't a desperate of I wanted to work with her because of money. I wanted to
Exactly.
work with her.
Exactly.
That's like knowing who I can serve.
Yes.
That's the energy I was coming from. Although, the money is part of it too, but
I got
the
you.
mostly the energy I was coming from was like if I'm going to work with anybody, I want it to be her, so
Yeah.
that's why I wanted to adjust it so that
Yeah,
she would want to work with
absolutely.
me. Yeah.
Yeah, and so the more we start to tune into these mentalities, the more we start to be like, yeah, lean out, still be like, I'd love to. I just say it. I'd love to work
Hmm.
with you, Jenny.
Yeah.
And also tell me more about why you think you need that specifically. Because you
Hmm.
can have both.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
We didn't get a chance to do a round two, but rapid fire, anything else? Kai or Lucy, like anything else that you guys might have that we can do a quick jam session on? We have like 3 minutes here.
Yeah,
I
I think that's pretty much it. Also, I was gonna share something really cool.
Yeah.
It's this thing called the one-page marketing plan. I
Mm,
found about it somewhere, and it's like the coolest thing ever. I can just share it for like a second and explain how it goes. And one of
yeah.
the things there was like, how will you? Anyways, I'm just gonna show it to you now. If are you guys okay if I share my screen for a second?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, cool. Mm, yeah, let me just go with share. Can you see my screen now?
Mm,
Mhm.
Yeah, so pretty much it's the who is your ideal client? What
mm,
is their number one problem? What have they already tried? What is your unique solution? What is your irresistible offer? What objections must you overcome? This is like where I was like, okay, what if I show them? Then how will you
yeah.
attract leads? How will you nurture trust? How will you convert buyers?
Mm,
So all this stuff is like the one page. Oh God, I didn't see this. But anyways, this is like the nine step thing that like literally made me super super clear on what I'm doing and why I'm doing
that's
it
cool.
and how I'm doing it, like audience, message, and mechanism.
Mhm.
Um, and yeah, pretty much what objections. I've had some objections where like I don't have money for that.
Mm,
Um, and I feel like I we kind of t touched that today.
Mhm.
And also, one thing is like people have a lot of money. I'm gonna stop sharing now. But people have a lot of money, but they just say like, I don't have the brain power or like the energy or whatever. And then and then I'm like, well, actually, it doesn't actually take a lot of energy to learn a language. And but then so I would kind of like couldn't go deep into that because I didn't like fight that objection at all. But
hmm
do you have any ideas, like just like quickly, just like rapid fire, some ideas for
Yeah.
like I don't have the energy and I don't have the time. Those are like two
Yeah,
things.
that's the one I was going to ask you that too, because I got two of those objections before as well.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, it's like, yeah, no, I get you. I guess, Kai, that aside, let me just make sure we're on the same page. So like you want to learn languages, right? Like again, like you don't have to do anything today. I just want to be on the same page. Like you want to learn a new language, like yes or no. Like we need to get clear on. Okay, cool, no problem. I don't need anything really, but what I need from you is, do you really want this? Yeah, but it's expensive. Yeah, like listen, put money aside, right? It's like, do you really want to lose the 20 pounds over the next 30 days or whatever? Yes. Okay, cool. And why though? So even there, Mona, we're going back to the
Mhm.
thing. Vision. Do you really want to lose the 10 pounds? Yes. Why? Well, because I'm fucking like, dude, like this, that. Okay,
Mhm.
got you. So aside from the thing, is there anything else that might keep you from moving forward with something like this? No, that's it. Okay, cool. So we can work something out, but again, I'm just here to serve you. If you really want to do this, like talk to me, man. Like what do we need to do? It doesn't have to be today, but like what do you need? Right? So it's now we're fully like removed, and I have to jump here in a little bit, but we're bringing it back to them. Yeah. So I guess like do you really want to get better at sales and close more deals? Like yes or no? Yes. Okay, why though? It's obvious. Like, I want to make more money. Yeah, but like, why do you want to grow your business? Well, because my son and my wife and this. Okay, gotcha, man. So aside from like not having time for this or money for this, is there anything else that might keep you from doing this? No. Here's the last thing I'll leave you guys
We
with.
hasta las-
It's usually, let me see here. What was that, Lucy? Can you just say it out loud?
I just wanted to make sure that I got a chance to tell you that I've been trying for a very, very long time to figure out how
Oh,
to incorporate finance, financial objections into it before we get to financial objections.
yeah.
And you just gave me that. So I just wanted to thank you for that.
Thank you so much for, again, each and every one of you guys for showing up, because this is it. I can't create unless it's co-creative, right? So I want to thank you guys for showing up. Let me just finish that thought. So the last piece there is now I can't remember, but pretty much the last thing you always want to do is just make sure they understand like you're there to work with them and they don't have to do anything like today. And so just keep bringing it back to that. There's probably something else there, but yeah, we'll keep jamming out on the next one. I'll see you guys next week. By the way, I saw some of the introductions you guys are making to people into the group, so I really, really appreciate that. And yeah, bring them on. If they can come on to one of these calls, let's do it. If you guys need a different time as well, I'm more than happy to make like a second time, maybe Thursday or Friday. Like
Yes.
a different time as well.
This
All
works.
Yeah,
right.
actually, that would be great. To like make a second time, like Thursday, Friday. That would be pretty cool.
All
But
right,
I feel
awesome
like
guys. We'll
we,
see you soon.
yeah.
Okay,
Thanks.
bye.
I
Thanks.
gotta go.
See ya.
See you
Okay,
guys.
bye.